One. So, hello everyone. Welcome back to 100 Proof Whitetails. Another fresh crack Friday. Now that the weather's turning around, turkey season's out there. We're going to be also filming up more tips, tricks, stuff like that. Actually, by the time this one comes out, it'll probably be post turkey season.
Yeah, probably.
So,
yeah, didn't even think about that.
Been recording a few episodes. Got a nice long library of these, so we can keep keeping content coming out to you guys once a week.
Yep.
With these Friday fresh cracks, they drop on noon every Friday. And we got a bunch of good stuff, coming in the works for you guys. A couple of new things.
Sure.
Little tweaks.
Yep.
Getting into some a little bit different, just rather than just picking something blind from the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Actually kind of building a little battle between, maybe it's a different finish.
Maybe
we're doing different family battles coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Some bunch of different stuff. And we're just ranking these how we think they taste to us, first, second, third.
Yep.
And then moving on. Sometimes we move on two of them. Sometimes we just move on one.
Have a fair scoring systems.
Yep, 5-3-0.
Pretty easy.
5-3-0. We've only had one tie, so.
Yep.
In
the event we have a tie, they both move on to the next week. So
absolutely.
What do we got today, Ben?
So we got a Evan Williams single barrel, which won last week.
Yep.
Beat out the. Let me think if I remember this. Benchmark Foolproof.
Yep.
Which that one hung in pretty good.
It was a good bottle. It was a really good.
That one hung in pretty good for both of us.
Yep.
And then the Circus Peanut.
The
Michter's small batch.
Michter's Peanuts.
I don't know why. It's just a Circus Peanut, dude. I tried it again the other night. Had just a little pour out of it to try it again.
Get the same thing.
Circus Peanut.
I think that's so
I think
funny.
I should have my wife pour it for me blind.
Yeah.
To see if I get
That'd be
Circus
fun.
Peanut still.
That'd be fun. So we got the Evan Williams that moved on. I really like that bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a new one you got at K&M.
Yep. We got the Blue Run, which never seen one on the shelf. I had the opportunity to buy one at MSRP. It's a little bit more pricey than some of the other offerings that we typically do on this. Usually we stay around the 40-50 mark.
Yep.
This one goes above that a bit. And then just a staple that everybody hunts is a Buffalo Trace. Yep. It's a good bottle. I don't have an open one right now because I drink them. I do enjoy them. Back when I got this particular bottle, I got one for a Christmas present.
Nice.
And I traded, got a little one, kind of thrown in as a bonus when I did some bottle trading. This is the last Buffalo Trace that I actually bought. I paid $41 for this after tax. So not bad. I would probably pay $40 for it if I needed one.
Right.
But if I didn't need one, I probably would leave it on the shelf.
And to be fair, I've actually tried the Buffalo Trace a couple months ago now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ben let me try some, just one he had open, which is interesting to me because so far, almost every single bottle we've done, I've never tasted before.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first one we're doing where I actually have tasted the Buffalo Trace. But who knows? Like we've seen before, the bottle can be different.
Yeah.
From the last one I had.
Yeah,
they might hit me different on this particular day. Mm-hmm. So when I did try the Buffalo Trace previous, I loved it.
Yep. And again, like we always full disclose with this show, our warm-up drink tonight was Eagle Rare because Keith had never had it, and I'm trying to kill this bottle of Eagle Rare.
There's not much left.
Right down to the bottom of it, but we didn't want to influence it too much, but we hadn't had a whiskey yet today, so we used the Eagle as a warm-up. So we might trend toward the Buffalo.
Maybe.
Because of the family relationship, we'll call it.
Yep.
So
I'm excited for this one. It's cool to do the Blue Run. I've never even heard of this one. I didn't even know what it was until we went to K&M.
It's got a pretty butterfly.
And I got my first bottle of Russell's Reserve when Ben got this bottle.
Mm-hmm, which got its pants knocked off.
Yeah, and unfortunately.
In an earlier episode for us.
Unfortunately, my Russells got destroyed, but it's still a good bottle. It's still
good, but it just didn't do good blind with the other stuff that day. So, and that's what we talk about, too, is day to day. This could completely change. Sure. We could hate this Evan today.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas we loved it last time. So
what's unique about this Blue Run, Ben?
So this is the Reflection 1. It is a Kentucky Straight Bourbon whiskey. So no finishes, no anything like that.
Yep.
They go for a sweet and spicy bourbon. I'm reading right off the back of the bottle. Meticulously balanced, hand bottled in Bardstown, Kentucky at Blue Run Spirits, LLC. So
distilled and bottled there?
Distilled and bottled.
Cool.
So hand bottled. So I guess that is a good point. This is for anybody that is familiar with the Blue Run. This is the fall batch, bottled on 9/2/2022 And I assume this is bottle 4,361. So I'm assuming
Nice.
they're doing batches.
Cool.
Reflection is probably. I didn't read too much into Blue Run.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know a lot about them. I've never owned one.
Yep.
I never even had the opportunity to buy one. And this actually wasn't even allocated. This was in the case at K&M.
Oh, nice.
So, like we always say, stop in. You never know what they put in the case.
You might have a good surprise, something new,
Mm-hmm.
something you haven't seen before, and this just happened to be one of them. So
Yeah,
cool.
something that's usually gets put in the back for maybe like a return customer or somebody that knows the owner really well. This was just in the case.
Yeah.
And that's what's great about K&M is they will take care of you if you're a regular.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them you came from the podcast. Let them know.
Sure.
And actually, probably at the time we're releasing this, coming up in June here,
June 16th, Friday.
June 16th, the Friday before Father's Day, we'll be doing a live podcast that week instead of our normal Wednesday. We'll be doing it on the Friday. We'll be doing a fresh crack
It's going to be awesome.
and a podcast all live at K&M.
Yep.
So
right at the store. So
actually
tune in for that.
had a distillery reach out to me.
Nice. You
About
didn't tell me this.
I know this is all breaking news.
Breaking news, folks. Breaking news.
Dun, 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 dun,
Pay
dun,
attention.
dun, dun, dun. So anyway, so that's what we got going on with that. Won't say the distillery. We'll keep it as a surprise, but you got to stop into K&M. We'll be there starting about 6 o'clock. We'll get there, and then probably not going live at 6:30.
Awesome.
Is the game plan. So
I'm looking forward to it.
let you get those great. I know they're going to have Father's Day bundles for bottles. They're going to have a whole bunch of stuff going on there.
Cool.
And
Stop
again,
in.
just great folks, and we'll be able to be there fielding questions with people walking in the door.
Yep.
And just having a good show live from the thing, and maybe we'll make that a regular thing, in the future with the podcast. So
Sure.
it'd be really cool.
It'd be really fun.
Yeah, I was glad they invited me to do it. So
Cool.
I'll work on cracking this Blue Run. You work on the Buffy.
Yeah.
Evan's already cracked. So
Here we go.
ta-da.
And I cheated and had Ben start this one for me, so I didn't look like a fool on camera. But
All good, man. All good.
you first.
So people have a pet peeve about that.
About what?
When you peel the tops,
Yeah.
about leaving like the capper on it with it.
Oh, okay. I ripped it right off.
It's fine.
So what do
I
you?
don't care.
Oh, you don't.
I
You
don't
don't prefer.
But like that eagle,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
metal topper is still there.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah. This one.
some
is
people,
Not.
some people are funny about it. I don't care. Don't be a hater.
It probably won't make it taste any different.
It changes the flavor
Ben
completely.
thinks it completely changes if
Changes
you
it
take the top
completely.
off the cork.
All right, so I'm gonna pop the Blue Run because
Do
I
it.
can't wait any longer. So
All right.
quiet on set.
Ooh.
Solid.
It was okay.
Decent.
I'll give it a 6.5, maybe.
Decent.
What do we got there? What
A
is that?
glass.
That's A.
Hand me over your A.
There's
and I
A.
need my measuring device.
There's A.
Oh, can we remember which is which?
What do you mean?
It's this side, right?
Yes.
This is the half, and then the small line and the. big jigger.
You stole mine. Oh, thanks.
Better?
I'm not smart enough to be able to know what line is which.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
You got my A.
Alrighty.
Yes,
And
sir.
we started doing half-ounce pours with these tastings because we feel you can get a good representation of it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with these close battles, you might run out a little bit, but we don't waste as much, and we haven't added a whole lot to that Hancock.
No, it's been a while since
They've been-
we added to that.
They've
so.
been really good.
Yeah.
So, and again, we can shoot more than one episode in an afternoon where we're
Not get wild.
not worried about it
Yep.
too bad. So, that
All
Blue
right.
Run.
So that was A.
Yep.
Which one's a C?
That C bottle.
This is C bottle. So the Buffalo Trace is C. Bottle C. Do you think this is going to be a good one or a terrible one?
So the last Buffalo cork, which is actually our water,
Yeah.
we use the Buffalo water. That's what we use for our drinking glasses down here and our ice.
Yeah.
It's just good old Phelps tap water in the Buffalo bottle.
Which is Buffalo water.
Buffalo water. So, anyway, that cork is super tight. So I don't know if this one is or not.
So I shouldn't open it because I spilled the water when I was
don't.
opening the water.
Don't spill that one on yourself, please.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Buffalo Trace.
About the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty
Six
close.
and a half.
Pretty close. Not too bad.
This is our C bottle, the Buffalo, just standard old Buffalo Trace.
This one's still a little loose. I remember that from the last one. Like this one was like a whisper
Yeah.
last time around.
Yeah, it was quiet. A couple times I forgot to, give it its
B
due.
glass.
And
Want to hand me your B glass?
let's see.
That's C. Okay.
Where's this your C?
Yep. So.
Oh, I swapped glasses on you. That's okay.
That's fine. Still, I just got to make sure it's the B. That's all I got to do is make sure the right letters are on them. So, that's the most important part. I don't care. We wash these before the show. So, I mean.
And alcohol kills all germs, right?
Yeah, we're fine. Actually cures COVID. That's what I heard.
That's what I heard, too.
That's what I heard. So, anyway.
So I'm just going to go left to right like I always do.
All right. So, you're going to mix mine first?
Yep.
Keith's going to do a little mixy-matchy back here for mine. Give it the old 10-second turnaround.
Give it the old loop and swoop.
Whatever. I can't remember what order I put them in when I poured them, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. There you go. Easy enough. My turn.
All right. Good to go?
Yep.
Set.
Cool.
All right.
I really like doing it this way, guys. It's so much fun doing 3 bottles, doing them blind. I really love that Evan Williams, and I truly believe if I knew I was drinking that Evan Williams versus the Buffalo, I would probably pick the Evan Williams just because I really like that bottle. So doing it this way is so fair. It's fun. It keeps it interesting.
Yep. And these are all very similar proof points.
Yeah.
86 Buffalo is 90.
Okay, so right there.
Yep, 90, and then the Blue Run comes in at 95. So
Yeah.
the Blue Run's a little bit hotter,
But not much.
not much.
Not crazy.
And then the Evan is like 86,
86.6.
86.6.
Yep.
So a lighter proof one too.
Yep.
So got our little tasting cards. We're actually using these. I didn't know these were in the Great Whiskey Challenge.
Before we started, he goes, "Oh, look what I found!"
I just wanted them for the glasses with the ABC on them
These are nice, though.
to keep me from doing it. But we have the tasting scorecards, which we'll keep our notes on and tell you guys as we go. So first glass.
Yeah.
Cheers to the nose. Ooh.
This one's pretty sweet to me.
A very sweet smelling.
Yeah, it's sweet. Not a lot of proof on the nose. Nothing like really stands out to me except a little bit of sweet, but it's not like molasses sweet. It's almost like sweet corn sweet.
Okay.
It's like a bland
like a sweeter corn smell.
Yeah, but nothing like
Mhm.
molassesy or anything really strong sweet.
So I got kind of a pear kind of sweetness or a kind of sweet green apple.
Okay.
Like a regular sweet, like a golden delicious kind of
Mhm.
smell. Not something like candy apples or something like that. Yeah, definitely.
This
It
one
smells nice.
This one smells really
It
good.
smells really good. So cheers to the taste.
Yeah, cheers. Butter smooth. Little bit of a bite for me. None of that tingle on the lips or the tongue, but just a little bit of proof bite. Not a lot of complexity with it. My Glass A. It's pretty single note right now.
I'm getting a lot of single note, like a caramel cowtail.
Okay.
Kind of like that cream with the caramel kind of flavor.
Okay.
Very good. I mean, like if somebody poured me that, I would not be upset.
No, not at all. That's really, really flavorful. I always talk about complexity, single note, but really good flavor.
Just depth.
Yeah,
Depth,
really,
but not complex.
yeah, really good flavor.
Yeah, it's fair. And that one's still hanging around a little bit for me. Like I can still
Yep.
get a little bit of that in the mouth. So,
I'm kind of surprised because these are the lower proofs, and that one did have a little bit more of a bite to me up front.
it is it still is our only second sip of the day.
Very true.
So.
Very true.
Oh.
Going on to the second one, Glass B, or whatever glass it is. Ooh, now this one smells completely different on the nose than the first one here. This one is, man, like almost pungent. Like got a little funky smell. to it. A little funk.
Smell that.
That might,
Same.
that,
It's the same.
It
dude.
is the same in funk. Like,
whatever bottle we're having right now or pour,
yeah,
that funk is there with both those. As soon as you
Yeah.
said funk, I'm like,
yeah.
I think that's what it is. It's almost like a wet, like a damp wood kind of smell.
Yeah, it's like when you're bringing firewood into the house and it just got downpoured on.
Yep.
And it's just a little funky.
But I get that note sometimes. We'll see if it translates on the taste. Sometimes I get that, and I almost get a grape marker
Okay. I've never
kind of smell with that funk.
I've never eaten a grape marker.
Well, I'm not
so I
saying
don't
about
know.
eating it.
So I don't get any sweetness from this one at all on the nose.
No, it's kind of a
Just funky. Just a little different.
Yeah.
Doesn't smell like anything I've smelled so far since we've been doing this.
reminds me a lot of the 10 Cup 10.
No bite.
I do enjoy that little bit of spice, though, I get with it.
Yeah, it's definitely more spicy.
Baking spice.
but not overboard. It's not like smack you in the face like
Mm-mm.
some turkey products we've had that are
Yeah.
just hit you hard.
Yeah.
But that's a good amount of spice. A lot more spice than my first
I'm
one.
actually getting a fair amount of chest feel with this one.
Are you? I'm feeling it like here right now.
I get it like right here, right in the top of my chest.
Yep.
Which all these are not really. I mean, 95 is the highest proof.
Yeah.
So, like a small hug, like a little shoulder
Just
hug,
letting you know you're there.
little shoulder hug with it. No full on Kentucky. Feel it
Right.
like a stag or something.
Now this one on the smell, I'm getting a lot of like just pure alcohol. Not a lot of sweetness.
I get like a grain mill, like ground grain, like a grist mill kind of a smell with this one.
What this reminds me of is when I used to shovel cow feed
Ground
and
grain.
into the barn, out of the truck, or putting it in the
It would
feed
be something
mixer.
if these were all in the same order.
Like zero sweetness,
Mhm.
not a lot of uniqueness, but yeah, grain like,
Mm-hmm.
and not corn grain like a barley
Or something like
or
yeah.
like an oats. So okay, that's what it reminds me of. Is
could
more
be
of an
could,
oats.
could be wheat, could be rye. You know, could be
Yeah.
could be a lot of different grains.
Yep.
I don't know the mash bills on these right off. They're not wheaters though. I don't believe because these use rye and malted
Ooh.
barley, and I don't know about the Blue Run right off.
Different flavor. No sweetness. Not super complex to me. Pretty. That one's like pretty one note, and it like hits me in the front, and then whew, dive bombs off the back for me. But it tastes good. But it's different. Very different.
So I get kind of a wood chippy kind of taste with that.
Yeah, I'm getting. I thought I was going to have a little bit more unique flavor from the smell of it. That really grainy smell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting just a whisker of the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
That
It would be something, dude.
that
So
barrel
remember
taste.
where you put them at the end? I want to see
Yeah.
if we had the same barrels in the same, or the
Yeah.
same bottles rather in the
Sure.
same spots.
Yep.
So now I'm going to go back and forth between a couple of these, and we'll see where we end up with them. But
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to go back and forth with these. What's cool about this one, though, is to me, they're really unique. All three bottles they're not even close.
Very unique.
They're not even close in smell. They're not close in flavor. The experience is way different. One hits a little bit harder. But yeah, this
nothing blends together.
is nothing.
They're all
absolutely
all
blends.
over the spectrum.
Like if these three bottles weren't in front of me and you just gave me these three, I'd be like 100% those are three different bottles. You're not trying to trick me.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, we're not trying to run any different, similar family ones to pick on little nuances. Like these are all very, very just very different.
They're really different, which again, is, for me being new to this, is what I enjoy about the bourbon so much. Is every bottle is unique. It's a little bit different. It could be crazy different, or it could be just a whisker different. For me though, today they're really different. Ben's chewing on it.
Trying.
So it's weird, but I don't even have to taste anymore. I got my 1 through 3, and I don't even have to move them because left or right, that's my 1, 2, 3. As I set right here.
So I think we both put the same one in third, because I'm putting my last one in third.
Yeah.
The other two, I got to go back and forth between them a little bit. It tastes super, and I wrote this the second time around. That last one tastes super young to me.
Yeah.
Tastes more like a corn distillate product, a very young product.
So what that reminds me of is a moonshine.
A very young, unaged, or lower aged product.
Moonshine. Like, I've had real moonshine that wasn't aged, and it has that really corn, grainy flavor without that complexity and without that depth.
That barrel influence.
Yeah, that depth of flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And that right here, whatever this one is, that's my third place for sure.
And it might be that's the Blue Run process where they try to speed age. Again, I haven't done any digging into Blue Run. I hope it's not the Blue Run, because this is my last place, and I could have bought both of those bottles for that bottle.
Yeah, exactly. So it was what, 87 for the Blue Run. My second one here has a little bit more of that spice bite. Some days I really like the spiciness, and other days I don't, and I prefer more of that smoothness. Today just happened to be, I'm enjoying the sweet smooth today rather than the punch of the spice. And whatever this one is here, it smells sweet, it's smooth, it doesn't punch me in the face. It's just really enjoyable to drink. Yep. So I got my 1 through 3. Still going back and forth between the first and second one.
Mm-hmm. You can go ahead and put your order on the little note card in front.
All right, round 1, winner. I'm just going 1, 2, 3.
So your order is the same.
Yeah, so I didn't move them. I have not moved them. So I think my number 1 is the Buffalo Trace. I think my number 2 is the Evan Williams. And I think the third is the Blue Run. Is my guess.
You think it's in order?
I do. I could be completely wrong, for sure. I'm not good at guessing, but those are my guesses.
Okay.
Right now.
All right.
But I'm hoping that I'm wrong.
All right.
Because I really like that Evan Williams bottle, and I wanted to move on.
And this is why we do them blind. We don't want these outside influences that we might have had with, let's just say, like the Bowman. And that's when we did it blind, the Russells took over.
They got beat.
So,
yeah,
I am going to agree with you on 3.
Yep.
And that is Glass B.
B,
for me.
Which one's B? B is Evan Williams.
I put it last, dude.
All right, so we got a 0
It tasted young. It tasted young to me, and it was just not what I was going with.
Not today, anyways, right?
Okay. I think I got to go with, and again, no order with Keith because they might be different. What was your last place for everybody at home?
So what I think it is, so we're using these tasting scorecards, so it's your guess and then the actual bottle. So
okay, I didn't guess the bottle.
So my guess would be, my number 1 right here, my guess would be Buffalo Trace, then Evan Williams, and then the Blue Run. But I'm not that good.
So, but your last place is this glass.
The last place is on my far right.
Okay. Yep. And that is bottle.
That is B.
So you put.
So we both put
Evan last.
Which is crazy to me. Because
I tasted so much younger than both of
I
those
didn't
bottles.
get those. I did not get that grainy note
That
last
youthfulness, no.
time. At all.
Mm-mm. And it might be in comparison to the other bottles going on.
Yeah, so I'm 0 for 1 right now.
Yeah, I didn't guess the one. So,
All right,
again, we got 50-50 shot on the last of this. So, I wish I could re-pour these to taste them further because these two are super close.
Right. Neck and neck?
Neck and neck for me. But I'm going to go with my glass number 1.
Yep. You're going 3rd to 1?
Which was second place. Glass number 1 is second.
Oh, okay.
And then the third was third.
Okay.
So second, this was it. This was the pear, sweet, green, apple kind of smell on the nose, that cream and caramel.
Yep.
It hung around for a good long time, but I think that funkiness was a little off-putting with this, but this one just was more balanced all around for me. And just I tracked with this one better for my number 1, but we could do this again. Both of these, taste them again side by side, and I could probably go back and forth on them. So full disclosure. Yeah, they're super close. Nice. So second place for me is Glass C.
Blue Run.
Nope, Buffy.
C. Ooh, Buffalo Trace
second. So
Blue Run wins for you?
The Blue Run ends up winning out for me.
Cool.
Funky, and I got like a grape-y kind of flavor with that. Yeah. And the grape, I get that with MGP a lot.
Okay.
So I don't know if they use MGP distillate.
Right.
Or MGP barrels or whatever.
Sure.
So maybe that's part of it. But I did get that grapey note that I get before.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't off-putting to me. And this just felt more well-rounded in my mouth. But that pear and that creamy caramel sweet, it was very good with the Buffalo Trace. So, and nice. I kill a lot of Buffalo Trace. So, I mean, I'm not upset with it.
Right.
So
my second place, you ready?
Second place for Keith is?
Second place is A.
Put the Blue Run.
So the Blue Run. So my winner is C.
Buffy.
So I got 2 right.
Okay.
I got one right. I could find the Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
Which honestly doesn't surprise me because when I tried the Buffalo Trace earlier, a couple months back, and you let me try it, I really like that Buffalo Trace. There's just something about the sweetness, the smoothness that I gravitate towards. So for the number 2, that funk, man,
it is a little off-putting for you.
It is a little funk, but if you can get past the funk,
mm-hmm.
I did like that little bit of spiciness. It kind of separated it from the other 2 bottles where I didn't get spiciness from the Buffalo Trace
mm-hmm.
or the Evan Williams. So if you're thinking, you like that spiciness, that Blue Run.
But not dialed up to turkey spice either.
No, it's not crazy, but it's got way more spice than the other 2 bottles here.
Mm-hmm.
More in the Buffalo Trace. And it's funny because some days I sit here and say, "Oh, I don't like spicy stuff." You give me your Russells, and I freaking love it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
The end of the day, that Blue Run, that's a really good bottle.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I like that bottle.
Again, like with our point scoring system, Evan is knocked right out after 1 week of being the top dog with a flat 0 score.
0-0.
0-0, and Blue Run and Buff move on.
Yeah.
Both scoring 8 points.
Which is cool because, man, they're really good bottles. I have to say, though, if we were to go to K&M right now and choose a bottle, I would choose the Buffalo Trace over.
If you could grab the Buffalo for 40 and that one for 8, I mean, we're both talking neck and necks.
Yep.
So, different profiles.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
But the dollar value per point.
Yeah.
If you're looking at 8 points on our system.
Yep.
$5 a point to get to 8, to get to 40.
Yeah.
Versus $10 a point to get to your 87, 10 and a half,
so
11.
The Blue Run's a really good bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the moral of the story is you can't go wrong with just your standard Buffalo Trace bottle.
Yeah.
That's a good bottle for $40 if you can find it for a decent price.
Yeah. I wouldn't go higher than 40.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not jumping off none of these jumped off the table.
So if we're gonna go to K&M right now,
mm-hmm.
what would we buy? Someone watching, what are they going to pay for a Buffalo Trace?
If they got it.
If they got it.
That's the big thing is if they have it in, this one's going to sit behind the counter at K&M typically
Okay.
until the usuals, the regulars, the normals are
Show
going to
up.
yeah
Okay.
the consistent customers.
Yeah.
Buffalo Trace sits behind the counter.
Okay.
For the most part for them, and then typically after a week, if people have said, "Hey,
you
I
don't
have
show
some,"
up.
if I say that, or if somebody else shows up and is like, "No, I'm all set on Buffalo Trace right now,"
Yeah.
then it will eventually get into the cabinet. I think last time it was in there for 38, so probably
So
right around the
really,
same.
really fair.
Yeah,
Really
really
fair price.
competitively
Yeah.
priced for what it's normally.
Yep.
But I've seen that $750 for $80
Yeah.
in
Well,
stores. Won't
yeah.
name the stores or whatever, but just be a diligent shopper.
Yeah. So it just goes to show that the demand for the Buffalo Trace is there.
Mhm.
The Blue Run.
I like it.
Would I personally pay $87 for the Blue Run? No, I would not. I'm gonna buy Russell's Reserve over that bottle for me personally. But let's just go with it. This is so cool, and it blows me away that both of us had very different opinions on the Evan Williams today.
Yep.
Versus the last time we had the Evan Williams. It was
And-
completely different.
And that's what we talk about, different stuff we had today for lunch,
Yeah, it's crazy.
different stuff we drank today, whatever it might be. You're going to get different stuff on different days.
Yeah.
So that's why I recommend, unless it's your go-to absolute favorite.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you're just having a pour to try to see what your palate, is liking that day, just put a little splash in the bottom. You'll know.
See what happens.
You'll know right off the
Yeah.
bat if that's what you're feeling tonight or if you want something else.
Yep.
So
Cool.
I
So
think that's a great place to end it, dude.
so to move on.
To move on.
So the Buffalo Trace
And the Blue Run.
and
Both
the
are going to move
are
on.
going to move on. The Evan Williams got stomped on.
Mm-hmm.
But man,
Dude, it was handily a third for me.
it's handily a third, but it's still a good bottle. Like if I go to Evan Williams, I'm probably going to come home with one of those bottles. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they're nice. They're commemorative bottles. Like I said, that
Yeah.
one was really cool. That one soundly beat last time.
Yeah, like easily for me. Personally.
And I got none of that youthful note with it. So maybe
No.
it opened up a little bit more. Maybe it was a little bit better on the neck pour,
Sure.
they call it.
Absolutely.
Than it is further down the bottle.
Yep.
We'll see. We'll keep, we're going to start opening up some of the ones we've tasted and maybe not liked or got knocked out right off the bat.
Yeah.
We'll use those for openers. Or just say, hey, man, when Keith was down here on Tuesday or whatever, we got into this bottle and we liked it a little bit more. It was good. It was a good one to open with.
Yep.
So, again, we haven't had a bad bottle, like a drain pour or anything like that.
No, that the circus.
And we're not saying that that's not.
No, not at all, not at all. And it's just fun because if you guys do these blinds, it's so interesting to see how it changes week to week.
Mm-hmm.
It really kind of opens my eyes, being new to bourbon and new to the kind of the process of doing the blinds. It just kind of keeps it interesting that one week it blows the other ones out of the water, and then the next week it gets destroyed.
Maybe we don't know what we're doing. I have no clue.
Hey, but you know what? We're having fun.
We're having fun, and we hope you guys are too. Thank you guys for tuning in to the whole show. We really appreciate it. Got our stickers available, 3-piece or 2 for $5. Let us know if you're interested in any of those. And I mean, check them out.
They're nice, man.
They are.
Weatherproof. Throw them on the truck. Throw them on the car. I put one on
Put
my
them on your
safe
dog,
the other day.
your cat.
The dog.
If you shave it.
If you have a shaved cat, I'm going to be concerned.
So if anybody doesn't get that reference, that's from Matthew McConaughey movie. He's like, you can put it on your dog, shave
What
it.
movie?
Surfer Dude.
Come on, Surfer Dude. He's got a Surfer Dude body, but I can't see him being a surfer.
Surfer Dude, stoner. One of the good stoner movies. If you like those good kind of stoner comedies once in a while, late night on the weekend, it's a good one. Surfer Dude.
Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys, for joining us. That's too funny.
We'll catch you guys all next time.
Till the next one.
Take care.
See ya.